Good Morning Indiana, working for you.
It's Wednesday, April 29th, and right now on Good Morning Indiana.
Our star is focused on is or is not the healthcare system that we have overwhelmed.
An update from state leaders on the COVID-19 outbreak in Indiana. Working for you this morning, we're breaking down the numbers and taking a look at a major step being taken to expand testing across the state.
What's my industry going to look like in 5 years and 10 years, or how is my industry really going to be impacted by the coronavirus?
A local business is working to promote unity and pride in the skilled trades, why they say now may be the perfect time to get into that industry. And the coronavirus pandemic causing major changes to schools across the country and right here in central Indiana. This morning, we're checking in with teachers and students to see how they're coping as the school year comes to a close. A local band is turning to social media performances to keep in touch with fans and keep the music going.
All right, here at 6 o'clock, we are ending April very soon, if you guys can believe it. Thanks for joining us here on Good Morning Indiana. We continue our social distancing. I'm Lauren Casey, wanting to wish a good morning to my friends Todd Clausen and Rafael Sanchez, both working from home. Rafael's joining us from Johnson County.
Good morning to the RTV6 official living room as we do practice social distancing. Of course, in Johnson County and throughout central Indiana, meteorologist Todd Clausen is tracking a wet Wednesday. Todd, how long will this last?
You know, we're just going to be dealing with some rain off and on here throughout the day today, Rafael. And if yours is the official living room, this is the official basement of Good Morning Indiana. So welcome. The showers very light, as I mentioned. The heavy rainfall is done. That was with that first little push of heavier showers yesterday when that front started to make its way into the area. And there's definitely more dry hours today than there are going to be wet hours. But what I will draw your attention to is this band of rain across parts of Illinois. This whole thing is going to eventually start to rotate through central Indiana here, and that's when we're going to get into a little more of a period of what will be light but steady rainfall, and that's probably mid-morning into the early afternoon hours. The bottom line is, if you are going to be out and about, just know that there are rain chances off and on throughout the day today, so bring the appropriate rain gear, whether it's the umbrella or the rain jacket. And as far as temperatures, we really hold pretty much steady throughout much of the day. It's probably not until this evening when the rain chances decrease enough that the temperatures may go up just a couple degrees for your afternoon high, which will eventually get us, Lauren, up into the low 60s.
All right, Todd, thank you so much. Let's take a look right now at traffic as you're heading out on the roads. This is I-69 at 116th Street. Fishers, good morning to you. Traffic in this area is traveling smoothly. We'll keep you updated if there are any crashes or delays. Rafael.
The time now is 6:03. We'll get to your coronavirus coverage in just a moment, but we continue to follow some breaking news here at RTV6. This involving a shooting, a quadruple shooting on the city's south side. The Metro Police is investigating right now, involving some teenagers, it appears. We do know that at least one teen is injured. He is currently in critical condition. Another victim has serious injuries. The two others are stable. Police tell us the shooting happened just before 1 this morning at Perry Park on South 11 Road. That's near Southport, south of Indianapolis. Right now, it's unclear what led to that gunfire.
Moving now to the very latest on the COVID-19 numbers in the state of Indiana. The State Department of Health confirming 57 new coronavirus deaths. A total of 901 Hoosiers have died from COVID-19. The Department of Health reporting 650 new coronavirus cases. So far, 16,588 people in our state have been diagnosed with the virus. 87,181 Hoosiers have been tested for COVID-19 so far. Now, we also want to take a look at how our hospital systems are doing when it comes to the COVID-19 pandemic. This is why we're flattening the curve. Right now, just over 16% of the ICU beds are in use by COVID-19 patients. 44% of those are still available. The state also has close to 80% of its ventilators available.
Indiana has been working diligently to enhance COVID testing capacity from the beginning of our response.
Our coverage continues this morning as state health leaders are beginning to ramp up testing as we continue to fight the COVID-19 pandemic and move toward getting back to normal. And that means more testing will soon be available for COVID-19 across our state. Our Alyssa Donovan is live this morning with efforts to really increase accessibility. Alyssa, good morning to you, and fill us in.
Good morning, Raphael. So in the next 7 days, we're going to see some major changes when it comes to testing. We're going to see 20 new sites opening up at National Guard armories across the state. And this is just the start. We're actually going to see 50 by mid-May. Officials have released a list of the locations from the State Department of Health. That shows new testing sites coming to Columbus, Danville, Elwood, Johnson County, Lafayette, and Muncie. The governor's office says Hoosiers will not be charged for testing and insurance is not required. Anybody that has symptoms of COVID-19, so cough or cold symptoms, fever, shortness of breath, headache, or sore throat, can be tested.
Then you would just go into a web portal to get scheduled and then go to one of these available sites. Additionally, we will be testing close contacts of infected persons. So if you are somebody who maybe your family member or someone that you have been in close contact with in the community has tested positive, you too can go get tested for COVID-19.
And testing will be by appointment only. An online portal to sign up and a hotline will be opening soon. And officials say an additional 30 testing sites will be opening in the next 2 weeks. And as I said, that will bring us to 50 total testing sites as part of this program by mid-May. That's going to help state officials continue to try and reach their goal of testing every Hoosier that could have those COVID-19 symptoms. Reporting live, Alyssa Donovan, RTV6.
Alyssa, thank you for that update. The time right now is 6:07. It's been several weeks now that our lives are taking place mostly at home, and our Kelsey Anderson is checking in with students to see how their new normal is shaping them.
I spoke to 3 students, and all of them have different views on e-learning. One student says that she likes that she can go at her own pace, and the other says that he really misses the school learning environment.
E-learning has been actually good. I've been getting better grades than I would be in school because I think I'm more focused.
I spoke with a few students from Brownsburg High School, and this new normal has made them miss being in the classroom.
I feel like personally it's way easier to be inside of a class to learn than it is to learn on a computer.
They say the transition to e-learning has been a lot easier thanks to their teachers.
I would say thank you for trying your hardest to make this as easy for us because I know that it's difficult for them.
I would say thank you for putting each weekly assignments and having the opportunity to go on Zoom.
And that I love them and that I thank them for doing all they can to help us out in this time and times before.
All 3 students tell me that this has taught them a lot about time management, and they're hoping that it's getting them ready for college and once they start independent learning. I'm Kelsey Anderson, RTV6.
Kelsey, thank you so much. While we all wait to see how the stay-at-home order is lifted sometime this week, possibly by Friday, we'll get those details. Dozens of local performers, from singers to musicians, are practicing their craft online, hoping to raise some money, but more importantly, bring you some comfort.
Hey guys, how you doing out there this evening? Appreciate you guys tuning in. Let's have some fun.
This is the new normal for Jay Baker 3, the country music group performing from their home, holding a weekly online concert to keep in touch with their fans, staying home during the pandemic.
We're trying to keep the music alive the best we can with the situation that we've been dealt.
I hope that it brings comfort to people. I hope that it gives them a sense of normality in a very unnormal situation.
Beyond the digital shows, the trio continues to practice in anticipation of a return to public performances.
Not being able to do it on a regular basis is really, it's opened my eyes to the blessing that we have being able to do this, professionally.
And when they get back to the stage, they say some things will no longer matter.
Yeah, I can't wait to be able to get back out and with the loading and unloading and negative degree temperatures, I won't mind that at all after all of this.
My pet peeves of playing live in front of people is when they get too close to my mic stand and they kick my mic and it hits my teeth or something. I'm not going to care.
Among the things they care about, their music and continuing their craft as a band of brothers.
Really a great group of guys. The band is set to perform tomorrow night, Thursday at 7 on Facebook. To catch their show, you can go to Facebook by going to @JBaker3 to catch their performance.
All right, Raphael, thank you so much. They're very talented. A local business is working to promote unity and pride in the skilled trades industry. Why they say those jobs are essential today and they will be in the future. Todd.
And Lauren, rain chances are in the forecast, as we've been talking about throughout much of the morning. And it's not just this morning. The rain chances are with us off and on throughout the day today and even into the day tomorrow. We'll break it all down for you. Coming up in your Storm Team 6 forecast, the time now is 6:11. You're watching Good Morning Indiana right here on RTV 6.
To Keller. Keller and Keller.
Welcome back. The time right now is 6:13. Hiring Hoosiers is RTV6's commitment to connect you with job opportunities, resources, and training. We're your resource as we navigate through this unprecedented time together, and we're constantly keeping a pulse on the jobs that are in demand right now. And so today we want to highlight one of those local businesses working to promote unity and pride in the trades, industries we know are essential today and will be in the days to come.
Plumbing just it runs deep in my roots.
Kelson Carter is a plumber in the Indianapolis area. We caught up with him for this news story a few years back as he demonstrated to us how to make sure your sump pump is connected properly. Fast forward to today, as thousands of Hoosiers find themselves without work, plumbers like Carter are just as busy as ever.
It's an essential need, so it's very rewarding to be able to get out there and still be able to be working through all this.
His sister Lauren is the founder of Career Coach Indy, helping people navigate through the job search process. And during this pandemic, many Hoosiers are coming to a crossroads in their career path.
What's my industry going to look like in 5 years and 10 years, or how is my industry really going to be impacted by the coronavirus? It's a really good time for people to evaluate their industry that they're in, and if they've had an interest in the trades before in their life, then maybe now's the time to check it out because it's in really high demand.
For Kelson, his desire to join the skilled trades started at a young age.
One of the best things I did was I job shadowed a lot of different trade jobs, and that's how I decided that, hey, plumbing would be a good fit for me.
But the path to the trades isn't always the most glamorous option for young people and parents alike.
It was very difficult. Everybody's going to college and having a good time, and you decided to start working right away.
His peers donning spirit wear of their select schools, anticipating the college experience.
If it was more of like a cool option, I guess, then maybe more people would be inclined to look at it sooner rather than later in life.
And that's why the siblings founded Trade Life, an apparel company and website working to raise awareness about the skilled trades and the opportunities available, like job security, to people who prefer to work with their hands.
A lot of places like electrical, HVAC, boilermakers, construction managers, they all start at around $25 an hour. So starting out, and it can go up from there. It's all kind of knowledge-based.
Trade Life was founded in 2017, but their message now may be more clear than ever.
We started it because we just feel like there's a lack of pride and unity amongst all of the trades, and so we created it to say, hey, this is a cool clothing line, and let's have more pride around working in the trades. It's an essential service, and it's the backbone of America in some ways.
Well, Trade Life also posts blog posts on their site to explore the benefits of working in these fields and also some tips and ways to get involved in those apprenticeships and summer jobs early in life. We have links to their Living the Trade Instagram, their apparel website, and their blog post all on our website, plus how you can connect with Career Coach Indy. Just go to hiringhoosiers.com and click on this story. The time right now.
So, Lauren, I love that story because, of course, you taught us a lot about different kinds of jobs there. Trades offer so many options, and of course, we have no option today when it comes to the forecast. You're going to need that umbrella, Todd Clausen, no matter what.
Yeah, you know, we're going to be dealing with these showers off and on throughout the day, Raphael. So the umbrella, good choice to have. Maybe it's just the rain jacket with the hood. Either way, all the rain we will deal with is going to be very, very light. That is the good news going forward in the forecast for the day today. So here's a live look at Storm Team 6 radar, and you can see that there's not a whole lot on it as far as rain goes, at least in central Indiana right now. But back off to our west, there are rain showers making their way into portions of Illinois, and that band of rain is going to make its way through central Indiana. So we have a couple things going on. We have actually two areas of low pressure, one here near Kansas City, and then there's another one off to our north. And what's going to happen is as this area of low pressure that's off to our west makes its way through central Indiana, it's going to take all this rainfall and it's just going to essentially pull it through central Indiana. So what you see in Illinois is what we are going to inherit throughout the course of the day. Now, the good news is we're done with the heavy rainfall for the most part. We had that front come through last night, gave us that quick burst of heavier rainfall, especially for those of you in western portions of the state, not so much off to the east. That line weakened as it made its way west to east through central Indiana. But from this point forward throughout the day, we'll have rain in the forecast, but it's going to be scattered and it's going to be light. There will be dry hours for you to get out and about. We're not concerned about any flooding. The rainfall totals as a whole are not going to be all that great throughout the day today. The problem is we're just going to have the clouds around and these showers stick around all the way into your Thursday as well. And so Thursday is going to be a cooler day for us with temperatures that will be running a lot colder than it is right now. So even with the clouds this morning, temperatures in the 50s and 60s, it's not all that bad. Temperatures today just don't move a whole lot. We'll stay only right around that 60 to 61 degree mark for your high temperature. And then going forward, though, what happens is tomorrow we're on the backside of this area of low pressure. So tomorrow is just a lot colder because we'll be dealing with northwesterly winds across the area. And highs will struggle to get to 50 degrees tomorrow. So it's definitely a chilly day for us with more in the way of showers. But the good news is once we get past tomorrow, it is a pretty nice forecast all the way into next week. Friday, partly cloudy, 65. Sun and clouds on Saturday, 75 degrees. Sunday, you see I have the rain chances in there. There's a front that comes through on Sunday, so it's just a very brief period for an opportunity for some showers. It's definitely not a washout. Still in the 70s, and then just slightly cooler next week on Monday and Tuesday with temperatures that will be in the mid to upper 60s.
All right, Todd, thanks so much. Let's take a look right now at traffic for your commute. This is over on the east side where we have that interstate closure, I-70 at Rural Street, Keystone Avenue. Both directions of I-70 closed between the North Split and I-465 on the east side for major road work, while many of us are under those stay-at-home orders. So keep that in mind. You can take I-65 and I-465 around the loop to reroute. We'll keep you updated when those lanes reopen. Raphael?
The time now is 6:20, and this story is raising some eyebrows. A family dog in North Carolina has tested positive for COVID-19. This could be the first case of its kind in the entire country involving a canine. You see, the dog's family had the coronavirus in March, then signed up to take part in a Duke University study. Everyone was tested, including their pets. And that's when they found out that their pug tested positive for the virus. This is not the first animal to test positive. In New York, several tigers and lions at the Bronx Zoo were diagnosed, as well as two household cats. Now, the nation's top expert, Dr. Anthony Fauci, says there's no evidence that COVID-19 transfers from a pet to a person. But he goes on to say it's also that nothing is impossible.
Well, here's something to add to your list of comfort foods. Krispy Kreme is rolling out 3 colorful new donuts. The fruit flavors are strawberry, key lime, and lemon glaze. And you can get them in plain or cream filled. But there's a catch. The donuts are only available for a limited time. Each flavor is available for 4 days only, Tuesdays through Fridays. Strawberry cream is available this week until May 1st, and key lime will be baked May 5th through the 8th. The lemon glaze is available May 12th through the 15th. Those look pretty good.
Many companies are giving hard-hit families a break right now, as you know, but others are actually increasing prices. Coming up, consumer reporter John Matteries tells us where you may see some rate hikes and what you can do about them so you don't waste your money on this Wednesday. You're watching Good Morning Indiana, only on RTV6.
And FloorIsYourHome.com. That's who.
Welcome back. The time right now is 6:24. Raphael, it's time to talk about what is trending at 6.
You have to always remember about the power of one. One person can make a major difference every day of the week. So let me take you to this young man who's made a major difference for a lot of people. You see, over 125,000 birthday cards and well wishes have poured in for a British World War II veteran. He gained international notoriety for his COVID-19 fundraising efforts. Captain Tom Moore raised more than £29 million, which is $36 million, for the National Health Service by walking laps in his garden with a walker. Moore's cards will be on display at a nearby school for his 100th birthday, which is on Thursday. Happy birthday to that young man.
Happy birthday to him. Well, for the next few weeks, the Air Force's Thunderbirds and Navy's Blue Angels will be flying over cities all across the country to say thank you to those on the front lines of the COVID-19 pandemic. This is actually a look from yesterday's flyover in Fort Wayne, Raphael. Pretty exciting. And tomorrow we can tell you the Indiana National Guard's 122nd Fighter Wing will fly over several locations here in Indianapolis. We do have a map of where and when you can see them on the IndyChannel.com. A good reason to get outside.
I will sign up for that assignment. I would love to just fly with them, but in the meantime, I will enjoy them watching them from the ground. It's always a great sight to see them. And Lauren, today we continue celebrating our hometown heroes. These are certified medical interpreters at Eskenazi Health Hospital right here in Indianapolis. During this pandemic, the group of about 40 professionals make sure that language is not a barrier to receiving critical health services. So we thank them for their service today and every day. And every day we'll shout out people in central Indiana giving their personal and professional best during this pandemic.
All right, as we work our way throughout the day today, we have lots of clouds around, and we'll have some scattered showers from time to time as well. You can see as you look from downtown to the north, you can see the clouds that are in a place right now, and temperatures holding steady this morning. We'll be sitting right around 58 degrees really throughout the entire morning. It's not till this afternoon as we get a little bit of a break from the chance of rain. And by no means is today a washout. There's just some chances of rain off and on throughout the day today. Eventually, we'll get the temperatures up into the low 60s. More rain showers tomorrow, but once we get through Thursday, I really think you're going to like the forecast. We'll look ahead in your 7-day planning forecast coming up in the next half hour.
Todd, thank you so much. Despite the financial crisis, some companies are raising their prices and their rates. Our consumer reporter, John Matteries, takes a closer look at this issue so you don't waste your money.
Have you noticed some things are cheaper right now, like gas for our cars? Some things are more expensive, like beef. And on some items, prices are still going up despite the financial crisis. Are you paying more or less these days? It depends what you're buying. Cheaper products include gasoline, car insurance, with many drivers getting refunds, mortgage rates, and credit card interest. But MarketWatch.com says products more expensive this year include beef and pork due to plant shutdowns, chicken due to higher demand, and many canned and frozen goods because companies like ConAgra and Smucker's have ended promotional deals, MarketWatch says. And from the Doesn't That Stink file, rate hikes, or at least price changes that feel like rate hikes.
We normally pay $49.99. It went up to $59.99 for internet.
Hannah Gracel and other Spectrum cable customers are complaining of a $10 rate hike this month. Spectrum insists it did not raise rates, saying one-year promo deals expired. But watch for this with other cable providers, too. And watch those medical insurance rates. California's health insurance watchdog says premiums may soon jump due to COVID-19 hospital bills. And that stinks. If you're hit with a rate hike, call and explain your financial situation. Most companies should be sympathetic right now so you don't waste your money. I'm John Matteries. Good morning, Indiana.
This is Good Morning Indiana, working for you.
Now on Good Morning Indiana on this Wednesday morning, here's a look at your 6:30 news feed. Investigators are trying to figure out what caused a fire at this Bates Hendricks neighborhood that damaged 2 vacant homes. It started around 11:30 last night on Olive Street near Shelby Street. That's on the south side. Fire crews say neither of the homes had working utilities at the time.
Let's take you now to Carroll County in Delphi. The Indiana Packers plant says it will begin testing all of its 2,000 workers for COVID-19. The plant closed last week after at least 15 workers became sick. It is the second Indiana pork plant to shut down and do some mass testing. The Tyson Foods plant in Logansport in Cass County closed last week. Cass County is now reporting more than 1,100 cases of the coronavirus.
Fiat Chrysler now says it will not start to reopen its plants in Kokomo and Tipton next week as they had planned. The automaker says it's now coordinating with General Motors and Ford to possibly restart activity 2 weeks later on May 18th. That's because the stay-at-home order is likely to keep auto plants in Michigan closed for a longer period of time. The United Auto Workers Union is also demanding more protections for Fiat Chrysler employees.
In more local news, one major Indiana company does plan to rebound. A spokesperson for Cummins says the company will reopen 3 of its plants next week. Those plants closed back on April the 6th. Now workers will return to the Columbus and Seymour engine plants and the Columbus Systems plant. A date for employees to return to the Cummins plant in Waynesboro has not been decided. Welcome to Good Morning Indiana on this Wednesday, April the 29th, as we continue to social distance. I'm Rafael Sanchez, and welcome to our RTV6 studio here. This is the official living room for RTV6. Lauren, you're in Studio A, and of course our Todd Clausen is in a beautiful basement somewhere in Indianapolis.
That's right. And Todd is breaking down our forecast for today. Todd, we've had 2 great days this week so far, but today's kind of that down day.
Yeah, you know, we strung 2 days together with sunshine, temperatures that were above normal. Today, we're getting a little bit of rainfall. Today's not a washout. That is the good news. But going forward, there will be some rain chances that you'll have to contend with throughout the day today. Your next couple hours feature temperatures that are going to be holding very steady, right around 60 degrees. And we'll go through these rain showers at times today. As you look at Storm Team 6 radar, there's not a whole lot going on in central Indiana right now, but just across the state line, this band of rain that's in Illinois, this is going to start to make its way into the area and then eventually all the way through central Indiana as the morning progresses. So there's definitely going to be periods of rain where it's going to be raining in your neighborhood for maybe 30, 40 minutes, and then that'll move out, and then you'll have several hours of dry weather. It's just one of those days. Temperatures with the clouds, with the showers, don't do a whole lot throughout the day today. It's cool, it's breezy, with highs only in the low 60s.
Todd, thank you. Here's a look right now at traffic up on the north side of town. Our INDOT traffic camera at I-465 near Ditch Road. You can see the interstate traffic is moving along up to speed. We do want to warn you about some construction. We have scheduled bridge closure, Ditch Road there over 465 today, tomorrow, and Friday as crews are working on some asphalt and sidewalk work in the area. This is all weather permitting, though, and we know today's a wet day in the forecast, so we, of course, will keep you updated and let you know if that project finishes on time. We do want to get to some breaking news. We're following from the city's south side. Gunfire at a park sending 4 people to the hospital, including a teenager. Police tell us the shooting happened just before 1 o'clock this morning at Perry Park. That's near Stop 11 Road and Meridian Street there on the south side. Officers found 4 shooting victims at that scene.
Ages on these individuals ranges under the age of 20. Some of them are juveniles. We have not confirmed all of the names and all of the ages yet, but all of them appear to be teenagers. A couple of them adult, a couple of them not.
Police say one of the teen victims is in critical condition. At least 4 other people are being questioned by investigators about what led up to this gunfire.
Lauren, this morning, the U.S. Postal Inspection Service is offering a reward of $50,000 for any information leading to the arrest or conviction of the person who killed a letter carrier earlier this week. 45-year-old Angela Summers was shot and killed Monday afternoon while she was delivering mail on Denny Street, that's on the east side of Indianapolis. Our Troy Washington tells us the shooting is devastating for those who knew Summers.
Lance Fisher held back tears talking about the loss of his friend, Angela Summers.
It was very devastating, very heartbreaking.
He grew up with the postal worker who, according to police, was shot on Monday afternoon on a route in broad daylight while just trying to do her job on the east side of Indianapolis.
She is a very good person. She's very sweet, very caring. She was full of life, and she, just bubbly personality, and always looking out for others.
Fisher describes Summers as the ultimate caretaker. According to him, Summers was a mother to a teenage daughter and willing to sacrifice it all in order to provide for her family.
She shared some concerns via Facebook about her route and a situation that she was having.
A situation he can't help but think might be tied to her murder.
She, was dedicated enough in her job that she knew that she may end up dying in the process and even continued to do that.
With the FBI, IMPD, and the U.S. Inspector's Office all looking to crack the case, Fisher is just hoping that whoever pulled the trigger has a change of heart and comes forward so that those who love Summers can find closure and start the healing process. Working for you on the East Side, Troy Washington, RTV6.
Troy, thank you. The time right now is 6:35, and Governor Holcomb says he's working around the clock to make sure that Indiana businesses are ready to reopen, while at the same time making sure that workers are protected from COVID-19. A big part of relaxing the stay-at-home order is statewide testing. The governor is also warning that public life will not be the same even after that order is lifted.
I don't want to ever kind of take a step back because we relax our behavior and just start thinking everything's back to normal. And so our Friday plan will reflect that new normal.
This Friday is when the governor's current stay-at-home order is set to expire. We have more information on the governor's plan on the RTV6 mobile app and also at theindychannel.com.
Our team coverage now continues as more Hoosiers will soon be able to get tested for the coronavirus. Alyssa Donovan is live this morning as state leaders are talking about expanding testing. Alyssa, good morning.
Good morning, Raphael. So starting next week, there's going to be 20 new testing sites opening across the state of Indiana. And by mid-May, there's going to be 50 new testing sites, all as part of this program. And those locations are going to be at National Guard armories across the state. Free testing will be available to all symptomatic Hoosiers and anyone who has come in contact with someone suspected of having COVID-19. You don't have to visit a healthcare provider to be tested. The goal is to test 100,000 people through this program in the first 30 days. The hope is this testing will provide a bigger picture about the spread of the virus.
If you're showing symptoms, go through that portal, log on, and go find out. So that's, you said 100,000 initially in this first month. We can do more after that. But now, if you're showing symptoms, you can be tested, and it's free.
And in the past few months, 87,000 Hoosiers have been tested for COVID-19. This expansion in testing will allow 30,000 Hoosiers to be tested each week. So quite a substantial change in how many people we're going to be able to test with this new program. And of course, these efforts will significantly increase the availability to other communities across the state. And this will also help state leaders reach their goal of testing every Hoosier that has COVID-19 symptoms. Reporting live, Alyssa Donovan, RTV6.
Alyssa, thank you. Families with loved ones in Indiana nursing homes continue to fight for more answers when it comes to COVID-19 cases in those facilities. Gloria Benefield can only see her 91-year-old mother, Violet, through a window. Violet is a resident at Greenwood Meadows, and since we last brought you her story on April 9th, Gloria tells RTV6 that Violet has tested positive for COVID-19. She says she's been trying for weeks to get Greenwood Meadows to tell her how many other positive cases or deaths they've had in their facility.
But I want to know the number. I want to know how they're going to isolate her when she's over this. All the back hall where she's at has COVID.
We told you earlier this week the state has announced new requirements for long-term care facilities. They must brief families and residents on how many residents there have tested positive for COVID-19 and how many people have died from the virus. After this announcement, the facility told the Benefields that Greenwood Meadows has had 70 cases and 10 deaths. RTV6 reached out to American Senior Communities, who told us that all residents, families, and employees are notified about COVID-19 cases.
So they were planning on hiring Hoosiers, but now those plans, they're on hold. Next, why the decision was made by a state agency to put off a job fair for now.
And while some are on hold, many other companies are still hiring Hoosiers right now. Coming up, we'll show you some of the places where you might find work right now if you're looking. The time right now is 6:39. Stick around. We'll be right back after this short break.
Apply online today.
The time now is 6:42. Welcome back to Good Morning Indiana. So it is now off the calendar. We're learning that the Indiana Department of Transportation, INDOT, has canceled a virtual job fair that was set for this week. No longer happening. It was supposed to happen on Thursday. INDOT officials say they canceled tomorrow's scheduled job fair due to the recent hiring freeze that the state has put on place. The agency says they will reschedule that job fair once hiring resumes. Here at RTV6, we work every day to put on our campaign known as Hiring Hoosiers, to connect you to companies that are hiring as we speak. And you know, with thousands of people out of work at this very moment, this service and this campaign, Lauren, as you know, is very critical. Who's hiring right now?
Yeah, Raphael. So let's take a look at some of the companies that are hiring right now in today's Hiring Hoosiers job feed. Starting with this one, the Indianapolis Department of Public Works now accepting applications to fill 12 open positions. They're in fleet services, solid waste operations, and divisions of Indy DPW. We have a link to the application for the process there at hiringhoosiers.com.
The Andy Moore Avon Nissan dealership is hiring for a position in their customer service internet sales department. This is a full-time position, and the company is looking for a self-starter.
MedExcel is hiring at a facilities technician, and you could perform maintenance duties for MedExcel at their ministry service center that's located here in Indianapolis.
Most of these jobs came from our Hiring Hoosiers job board at hiringhoosiers.com. Companies post their job openings on that board every single day, and there's a link to the application process. Just go to hiringhoosiers.com and you can see all the jobs that are available right now.
Well, Raphael, the coronavirus pandemic is causing major changes for schools all across central Indiana. Coming up next, we're checking in with the teachers and the students to see how they're coping as the school year comes to a close. Todd.
And Lauren, as you make your way out the door this morning, rain showers are in the forecast. So if you are exercising, we're looking at fair to poor conditions throughout the day today with these rain showers. I think mid-morning to the early afternoon hours, there will be a period that the rain's a little more widespread. So that's why I changed it from fair to poor. The one thing this rain will help a little bit is the allergy forecast. Tree pollen still very moderate. That'll come down a little bit here for the day today. We'll talk more about the extended forecast coming up in just a little bit. You're watching Good Morning Indiana right here on RTV6.
Welcome back. Well, it has certainly been a much different ending to the school year than any of us could have expected. Teachers and students alike are learning how to handle this new normal of e-learning.
So in our last half hour, you heard from students. Now our Kelsey Anderson talks to teachers as the school year starts to wind down.
Teachers right now are finding themselves in a position they've never been. They're sitting at a computer all day trying to make a virtual connection with their students. And after talking to them, these are the messages they want their students to know.
You're missed and you're loved by your teachers. And we're really putting in probably more time than we would in a typical day.
Lori LaBelle teaches physical education at Mount Vernon, and she says teaching it online is difficult, but she's making it work.
We haven't given up, and we certainly want you to keep plugging along and sticking with us.
And Ed Dietz is a teacher at Burkhart Elementary. He recently was awarded Teacher of the Year, and he wants his students to remember this as we continue to navigate through these unprecedented times.
The teachers and I all miss our students very much, but we are very thankful that you are doing a lot of hard work for us and would like to remind you to keep reading. I know that I will.
Of course, nobody knows right now exactly what the 2021 school year is going to look like, and both teachers say if we all stick together, we can make it through this. I'm Kelsey Anderson, RTV6.
Kelsey, thank you. Opening day for Holiday World is on hold thanks to the COVID-19 outbreak, but park officials are not letting this virus stop them from having a little fun. The amusement park is holding a digital opening day on Saturday. The park will release videos all day long with things like a fireworks show, interactive videos for kids, even teach you how to make your favorite park snacks. As of now, Holiday World says it plans on opening in early June. All right, we got to get a check of our forecast on this Wednesday. Some changes from what we've seen the last 2 days. Todd, we have rain in the forecast.
Yeah, you know, there's rain in the forecast, Lauren, but the good news is all the rain's going to be light. No threat of any severe weather throughout the day today. That is the good news. Here's a live look at Storm Team 6 radar. And you can see there's not a whole lot going on across central Indiana right now, just across our state line in Illinois. There are some showers, and that is what is eventually going to start to make its way into our area. So don't become too complacent with the fact that it's not raining right now if you have a lot of errands to run or if you are going to be out and about, because we still will have more rain coming in our direction throughout the day today. You notice this little swirl here across parts of Missouri. That's actually an area of low pressure following the main low, which has already worked its way through the area. But what's going to happen is the main low is going to push this band of rain that's in Illinois through the area first, and then later on this afternoon, what's approaching St. Louis is going to swing through as well. So overall today, we will feature probably more showers around than any other day this week. With that said, though, there's a lot of dry hours mixed in. It's going to be light as well with the rainfall. The bottom line is just have the umbrella handy, honestly, if you're going to be out and about, or if you don't want to carry the umbrella, just have the jacket with the hood. And I think you'll get by just fine as long as it's a waterproof jacket with that hood on, because all these showers are generally going to be very, very light as they make their way through the area from time to time, all the way into tomorrow morning. So it's not just a one-day deal. We'll be dealing with this tomorrow as well. Now, temperatures today are sitting in the 60-degree range, a little above or below, depending on exactly where you are. And those temperatures hold steady throughout really the entire day. There's not much movement temperature-wise today. However, that's the big change for tomorrow. Tomorrow, there's still some scattered showers around, but the change is in the temperature department as it's much, much colder tomorrow. It's going to be a struggle to get that high temperature back up to 50 degrees during the day on Thursday. Once we're past Thursday, though, a great stretch of weather. Friday, a beautiful day, partly cloudy skies, a little bit of a cooler start, but 65 for your afternoon high. And then Saturday is a great day with partly cloudy skies, 76 degrees as we work our way into Sunday. Spot shower or two will be possible as a cold front works its way through the area, but it's just a brief period on Sunday where there will be that rain potential. It is not a washout by any means. And then behind that cold front, just slightly cooler as we head into next week with temperatures in the mid to upper 60s.
All right, Todd, thanks so much. Let's take a look right now at traffic. If you do have to head out to work on this Wednesday, this is I-465 over the White River there on the north side. Traffic's moving along just fine, both eastbound and westbound. No delays to slow you down. We'll continue to keep you updated if there are any issues for your commute.
As you saw here on RTV6 this week, American Idol made history with the first ever all-remote show. So coming up on Good Morning America, Katie, Luke, and of course, Lionel, the judges will spill all the behind-the-scenes secrets of the show's new format. That's all ahead on GMA, just a few minutes away, right here on RTV6. Hiring Hoosiers, only on RTV6.
I get around, still clown with the underground when we come around.
For those wondering if Tupac Shakur is alive, we can tell you that he is apparently in Kentucky. So you see, 2 days ago, the governor of Kentucky was talking about the problem of people filing fake unemployment claims during the ongoing pandemic. As an example, Governor Beshear said someone had tried to apply for unemployment using the name of the legendary rapper who died back in 1996. But it turns out there really is a Tupac Shakur living in Kentucky, and he did file for unemployment. And yesterday, the governor apologized.
I talked to him on the phone today. I apologized. I told him how it happened, but I owned it. It's my fault. He was gracious. I said, I'm sorry if I embarrassed him or caused him any attention he didn't want. He was very kind. He ended the call. God bless. And we're going to make sure that we resolve his claim.
You see, Kentucky's Tupac Shakur goes by his middle name, Malik. He worked as a cook at 2 restaurants in Lexington before they closed last month. And Lauren, no disrespect to Tupac in Kentucky, I'm more East Coast, so I'm all about Biggie. So just for the record, much respect for Tupac in Lexington, but I'm all East Coast most of the time.
Oh, that poor gentleman. He's probably dealt with this his whole life. Oh, my goodness. All right, well, we got to get over to our Todd Clausen, who goes by TK, and talk about our forecast for today. Todd, some rain out there.
Yeah, some scattered showers in the forecast today. Nothing major, but be on guard that there will be some rain from time to time during the course of the day today. With temperatures that'll hold pretty steady in the 60s. Tomorrow's cooler, still with some spotty showers around throughout the course of the day tomorrow. Highs only in the low 50s. And then as we work our way into Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, a great stretch of weather. Skies will be brighter, partly cloudy skies, and also warmer both Saturday and Sunday. Temperatures in the 70s.
Todd, thank you. And thank you guys for joining us. We're back here in 25 minutes and all throughout Good Morning America with news, weather, and traffic updates. Have a good one.